Hello viewers, thanks for checking out this video. Leave a like, comment, or sub if you found it helpful. In this video, I'll outline my top 10 tips for beating Neon Abyss, whether you just checked out the game or hit a wall on one of the bosses. And when I say beat, I mean killing the 5 main bosses or managers of the game, because completing all the achievements and unlocking the Platinum Trophy is very time consuming. As a roguelike, or more technically a roguelite game, most of your success will be based on random luck depending on the drops you get. But here are my tips for consistently making it further into your runs, so let's get started. Use whatever you need to open these doors leading to these rooms with this symbol, even if it is 2 bombs. After clearing out the 3 waves of enemies, you will always get an item that increases your weapon damage in some way, whether by upgrading your weapon, increasing its damage, or rate of fire. Always prioritize these rooms on each floor. Next would be to open the golden doors leading to a support item. There is always at least one of these per floor, so make sure that you find it before fighting the boss. While sometimes they might give you something less beneficial, other times you might get a single item that makes your entire run really easy, so I would make sure to have at least 1 key per floor for these doors. Speaking about items that can make your next run really easy, one ability that almost guarantees success, at least if you get it early enough, are items that enable you to fly. 2 of these items include the Pegasus Wings and Divinity. Whether it's in a shop or a golden room, getting these flying items allows access to mini chests and bypass the need for keys, bombs, or double jumps. While these flying items are very rare, items like the winged hat or bunny ears are also helpful to provide a double jump to get to those hard to reach areas. This tip you will pick up on just by playing the game, but if you're just starting out, there are many explosive barrels and wooden boxes in most rooms. Sometimes shooting boxes and explosive barrels in a certain order will help you gain access to a free chest, so don't go around shooting everything without thinking, because sometimes it could save you a bomb or a key. Also, when in rooms where you have to use a bomb to get access to a chest, look for multiple chests that you can access with a single bomb or a key. As you defeat bosses on each floor, you gain these gold tokens that you can use to purchase items that become available on your subsequent runs. There are a couple of rules and special rooms that I've already unlocked that have been really useful, while others not so much. The one I found to have the most potential is the piano room minigame. For 15 coins, you can play a jumping game where you can get a random utility item or weapon. Since these normally cost about 50 coins in the shop, you are getting a really big discount, especially if you don't mess up the minigame. You can also replay it several times if you save up enough coin. Another good rule to unlock are the marked stones, which allow you to see which stones will drop items, and also the safe switch, which spawns a random item room if you haven't taken damage on that level. There are some other rules like the bomb counter or the intersection room that didn't help me as often as I thought it would. Similar to how there's a golden door on each floor, there's also a shop on each level as well. After playing the game over and over, you will tend to see how good certain weapons or utility items are. So check into each shop using gems, which tend to be pretty plentiful, and see if those items are available to purchase. You can use the Amir character to preview descriptions or look them up online if you want to make sure that the item is worth spending the coin on. Some items to look for are the flying items I mentioned previously, a lottery ticket that awards you 777 coins, and guns that you prefer, like the key gun that can unlock any doors or chests for free. When you first start a new run, coins can be hard to accumulate, which you need to unlock certain gates or buy items with. When killing these blue monsters, make sure to step on the worms instead of shooting them. They will drop at least 1 coin, and there are many of these guys early on, so the coins will start adding up if you can step on the worms without being damaged. While weapons themselves aren't as necessary as the utility and weapon damage upgrades themselves, it's nice to upgrade to a different weapon than the one you start off with. Oftentimes, weapons will come with an active and passive skill that can be more useful than the amount of damage it does. Things like allowing you to fly in a room, upgrading your weapon, and producing coins or random drops can make your runs a lot easier. Luckily, unlike Enter the Gungeon, items do not disappear when left on the ground, as long as you don't go to the boss or the next level, so feel free to swap between guns and utilize the passive and active skills while on that level. The hardest boss or manager for me to get to, and what I was stuck on for several days, was getting to the Ares encounter. When sacrificing life to open the red chests or doors after they have been damaged, you will build up a meter in the bottom corner of your screen, and once it's filled, you will be taken to the Ares temple where you can sacrifice a heart container for your choice of 3 utility items. Finding the token that will unlock the encounter with Ares after you fight Zeus can happen anywhere between your 1st and 5th visit, but for me I encountered them on my 4th and 5th visits. which makes it a lot more of a hassle because you end up needing to take damage in order to fill up this meter. The only tip here, since it's based on luck, is to try to go to Ares' temple as much as possible during the first 5 floors, because once you hit the 6th floor, any damage you take subtracts a full heart or full piece of armor instead of the half it was previously. If you haven't found the token before then, I would restart my run because you probably don't have enough life to defeat the bosses at this point. I found locating Athena's token to be much easier to unlock, and I was able to find and defeat her on my second run after defeating Ares, whereas unlocking Ares took close to a dozen different runs. For your Athena run, my tip would be to find a weapon that shoots straight, like the starting weapon, so you don't accidentally shoot chests or doors which turn them red and take away from the Athena meter if you touch them. So weapons that shoot in multiple directions or bounce around should be avoided in favor of those that you could actually control. Enemies can also lock you out by damaging the containers and the chests, so be careful to take them out first or spend the crystals quickly before filling the room with your bullets. I would get in the habit of not always holding down the shoot button as you enter or explore rooms at this stage. Just by not taking any damage in a room will also help build up the meter to find Athena's temple, which is pretty easy if you stay near the entrance of a room and keep your distance from the enemies. Just be careful of those bombs and explosives. And there you have it, those are my top 10 tips and recommendations to help you beat Neon Abyss. I hope these tips were useful and help you on your way to defeat the 5 managers. Let me know in the comments section below if you have any other suggestions that would be helpful that I didn't mention. There were a lot of rules and rooms I didn't unlock, so let me know which ones were more consistently helpful during your playthroughs. So until next time, good luck.